Assalamu alaikum, Alabama. So, I bet you guys are wondering where we have been while we haven't been uploading. Well, this is a perfect example of how the past few weeks have been going for us. Doesn't she look happy? Look at that sweet face. And all this because her sister ate one of her cookies. Devastating. Devastating. I'm sure. Anywho, we just bought another property and are finally getting settled into it. This makes number 4 on the home owning list. Excuse me. Thank you. Anywho, but life doesn't stop, continues to go on, and we get through it the best way we can. Shopping, grocery shopping hasn't stopped. Homeschool hasn't stopped. Life hasn't stopped. And kids never stop. So, oh, it is a unicorn.
I've been robbed. I'm a unicorn.
So this is what a typical trip to the grocery store looks like for us. I remember when I was a little bit younger and I had fewer kids, I used to always feel like I needed a babysitter to go grocery shopping. And I would only take maybe one or two of my children with me. Now I just take everybody, and people ask me how I do it. People have even stopped me in the grocery store before and they're like, "Oh, I don't see how you do it. They're so well behaved." And I'm just like, no, they're not. And do you have a system? No, we don't have a system. We just go in there. I already know what I'm going to get ahead of time, and I just try to go in there and get it done. I used to be super strict when we went to public places because, number one, everybody's staring at us because we're Muslim. And then number two, everybody's staring at us because I have a ton of kids. But now I just have freed myself from that unnecessary pressure. And I just go in there, and do what I need to do and come out. And that anxiety used to keep me from enjoying my life and enjoying my kids and taking them places. And for a long time, it kind of debilitated me and made me a homebody. But now, I go with the flow. I'm free from what other people think of me. Only thing that matters is what Allah thinks of me. And it's the same thing that I preach to my kids, but now I have to take my own advice. So when we go places, I tell my kids to be mindful of how they're displaying themselves and portraying themselves, because we're the only Muslims that a lot of people are going to see in their lifetime, especially here in Alabama. But, at the same time, it's not your responsibility to hold the entire Islamic perception on your shoulders. And you have to enjoy your life also. So that's what we do now. This was a trip to the pet store. Josiah and Nasheed are really into fish now. So every chance they get, when they get rewarded for good behavior or grades or something like that, they want to add fish to their tanks. And this is a system I decided to start using with the girls. Instead of rewarding them with going to CC's and, food related things or candy or something like that, I decided to reward them with other things. And this has to do a lot with what I'm trying to do with myself on my weight loss journey. I found that a lot of times I reward myself subconsciously with food. And, it comes from our childhood, and our parents do that to us. They give us treats and candy and stuff when we behave. So now I'm trying to just unlearn and relearn that behavior. And with the girls, they want a guinea pig or a gerbil or a hamster, some kind of little rodent they want. And I told them that if they continue to have good behavior and good grades, then I would reward them with a princess habitat for their rodent. And I would also purchase the rodent for them. So they really want it, and they've been doing really well. And inshallah, they keep it up and they'll be able to get it. And I'm going to reward myself for being disciplined and doing the things I need to do in my personal goals with cats. Because I've been wanting cats for a while, so I decided to adopt 2 cats from PetSmart as a reward to myself for sticking to the goals that I have set for myself.
A kiss? You want a kiss? Let's name him Bob.
Where is this?
$21. Oh, yes.
I did not kill my guinea pig. I killed my hamster. It was an accident, Mari.
That one is looking at us.
He was terrified. about to get away from me.
Mine, don't forget it's right here.
They all look terrified. Look, they're scared of Nudie because they know what she's capable of.
Mine, don't get a kitty. Drag it around and be like,
What else is in here? Seriously thinking about coming back and getting a cat.
oh, they're lizards. Lizards.
Oh, and snakes.
There's a turtle. There's a turtle.
We had a turtle already.
We need another turtle.
Oh, look at the thing from Tangled. Look, the chameleon.
Look at his tail. It looks so fake. I wonder can he change his tail. That's tarantula.
Where?
Right there. What? Tarantula.
Oh, it's a gecko. Josiah. They got guinea pigs and chameleons and snakes and birds.
I know. I'll get 2 more of these and 6 goldfish.
The chameleon looks just like the one from Tangled.
What's his name? He water.
Pascal.
Pastel.
Stand right there with Duty.
His name is Pastel.
Stand right there with Duty Mari.
Let's go look at the no, we need to go look at the puppy.
Mari, why do you keep taking her out of that? What's wrong with y'all? And we are back to property number 1. This is the house that we've been working on, and we're just trying to get it Section 8 ready. It's going to be a Section 8 house. And this home we are renovating on our own income. We don't have any lenders. My husband and my son have been doing all the work. So alhamdulillah for them, no easy task. And it's a process, man. It really is. But we have goals. So inshallah, this property and the 2 other properties that we have will pay for the house that we just bought. And we'll be done paying that home off in 8 years. It'll be our permanent residence for the next 4 years. And eventually we'll be in a more rural area. And the house that we just bought that we're living in now, we'll rent it out also, or either sell it. We haven't decided yet. But it's come a long way, and it still has a long way to go. But I mean, this is the process, and they've gotten this far in just 3 months. I mean, when we got this house, we had to gut it. You know, there was black mold, there was all kinds of stuff going on in there. So we had to knock everything out and put everything back in. And believe it or not, since this filming, it's actually come a lot farther. And the very next day, on Monday, we ended up in the yard with Somalia. We thought she dislocated her arm. When I was playing with her, I was tickling her and laughing with her and making her shimmy and dance. And she just started hollering, like screaming at the top of her lungs, and she wouldn't move her fingers. And Bill was on his way to work. I had to call him back home, and we took her to the doctor. And there's some kind of tendon that toddlers have in their arm that when it's moved, it causes them a lot of pain. So the doctor ended up just like stretching her arm a few times, and it moved back in place, and she was fine. We were only there like 10 minutes, but it just goes to show you really have to just be grateful and exercise caution and remembrance of Allah with everything, because it could have been so much worse. I just think about all the people that have children with terminal illnesses, and I just can't imagine what that's like. So gratitude goes a long way, and we are so grateful. And we're definitely grateful for you guys, our subscribers and our viewers, and for all your kind words and encouragement, for supporting us and sharing our videos. So until next time, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Alabama.